Back to Jesus. I was 20 seconds into the regular scheduled call. Mrs. Aaron said to think over my force. God, my sleep schedule. I will admit, this chapter's dragging a little. Can we get to a cool point? Because so far it just feels like we're catching up with the Anons, which is fair. But I would like to get some banana slammer going on. So much for it being great plan to fold to the fact, especially doing all night. half of what I could remember was actually fun. Yeah, since cramming for the midterms. Oh, that's cute. Sorry. Are you alright, Anna? Yeah, we're just staying up late watching shows. Need to get enough sleep. She's lecturing me, too. To a large cliff to secret. Don't look at me, Anna, and then force you to shh. Ooh, anyone. This finished sentence came with a look of mild annoyance. Huh. To shoot. Yeah, sure. Accusations. And oh, wait, fuck. I'm having a phone call. I need to talk to people. Cute. Swear to God, if I had to buy some ancient phonograph or whatever bullshit, we need to figure out how to make it so other people care, Fang. Then play as derbitor. Even if just to make phone calls easier. Well, phone calls are half the battle, man. So I can work for visual proof and refuse to use something to make it sound well either. Fang was lying and saying it wasn't their idea. I'm just getting buffeted by a wing. Which actually works now, to some extent. Small tittering. Why does she always have to titter? I don't even know what that is. Maybe one day I'll understand that I will like, yep, it's 100% true. She very much is associated with tittering. Breasting boobily is all that comes to mind because I'm not familiar with the term in that way. Sorry, it's the default option for tit. Complete with a mental image of her hand covering her beak. Man, it's almost like we've got a split screen going on for this conversation in the mod, and you can see her standing right over there. As I wanted to share. I was talking to Ripley and Ro last night for dinner, kind of subject for the old memories we shared. Old memories, huh? Back when Alistair and Fang were a kid, back before Fang started getting a little funky. Started becoming a little stinky. But they never came. Oh. She was tense against me, eyes wide. Scream, do not. I was right about everything. It was a mistake ever since the day of the bluffs is a hell of a point to go back with. Her reaction and mission trying to dance around the issue, isn't it broaching? This second. I feel like I've seen the term the verb broaching come by a little too often for how rare it's supposed to be lately, but it's probably just me. Also, if you're reading some guy and it's like not highly professional and highly editorialized, personal writing preferences for certain verbs do tend to sneak in over time. And what I mean with like highly editorialized is like this guy literally looks you straight in the eye and says, "Stop using this verb. It's too rare and it looks out of place." Which is like high-level stuff that you probably won't get from like amateurs or like low-level guys who are mostly just trying to help you get your shit together more than focus on word frequency. Which was part of it, but... Oh, not so bad of Lucy Fang. Wasn't I? You brought up Fang and Ripley was fine. I mean, I guess if you keep bringing that shit up, somebody's gonna soften. He would close up and steer the conversation, but last night was different. Mo was helping? I was trying to. Never mentioned any of it. I think he just wanted to remember better times with his family. With all. Man, that's so sad. That's just so sad. Look, you don't have to kill Samantha for shit to be sad, man. Come on. It's more sad because she is here and can't do anything. Powerlessness is far scarier than death. Because death is the form of powerlessness, but... Typically, the guy didn't deserve what happened to him either way. Yeah. Then I'm gonna have to keep the moods and really willing to think of happier memories associated with Fang, but when I brought her up, when he brought up their 10th birthday, he was proud of himself. He made the cake that day, you know? He'd been determined to help me with preparations, especially since because it's the good old 10. I mean, if she plays hockey, you could go for 11 as the big one for the hockey sticks. Like in Rocket Power, but could hear her voice tighten up over the line. Oh, man. cruelty of time, baby. More sniffling, though this time a soft laugh bubbled up within her, and the voice detect, even knows. Not say did it all himself. Hell yeah, baby. I remember her mom helped a lot. Oh, Fang, don't spoil it. You helped? Fang said something about you helping. Yes, I did. She teetered on. Punch your ticket on the Stars Express. I was working on a casserole, but really carefully someone to spot check his work. So every step of the way would come over and ask if he was doing his right. Could have been faster for me to just do both, but he really seemed to be enjoying himself. Try being in the kitchen with me. Aww, try making a cake for himself, a child! Oh, that's so cute. What a cute image of like an 8-year, like a decade younger Ripley. I mean, I know you'll never see him enjoy himself with his family because you will always be the outsider, even if you're integrated into the family in some fashion. He'll always give you that funny look from the corner of his eye. It'll force the image to mind. Thoughts of happier time, happier all of them. And I'm not there. How strange. What else do you think it would be like if I met that version of the errands out of the broken home I knew and still know? Yeah, that would have been weird, huh? Isn't that what Promise of a Lifetime is sort of about? Shookman tried to voice that question. It didn't matter. Yeah, I really feel like and I don't know how far it got, but Promise of a Lifetime has that thing of like, how would you relate to the whole non-binary stuff, right? Also, that Anon's different because he's not the kind of incel that he's supposed to be. You can't give Anon friends like that and expect it to just work mechanically. Although they do put a lot more emphasis on like racial profiling and stuff, which I always complain about that, but it doesn't mean I want it. Anyway, he tried to pipe happy birthday, Lucy. So he just scribbled over the whole thing with red icing. Further oddly botched the frosting. If you want to know someone who botched something once, it was me. Who made like a custom image for a cake, and it was terrible, and it was the worst idea ever, and I probably could never find that image, or even a photo of that cake, but dang. Smiled along with Fang, misty-eyed as she was. She was still enjoying the pleasant memory along with her mother. Aww. Longer and more upbeat calls. Yay! Anyway, the point is that Mr. Aaron is on board with it. If he accepts her back, would he want to communicate with her all? Like, yeah, accepting she's back is a different step from, hey, do you want to talk to her? Really coming for me after he confessed he did not and never liked me. To be fair. I mean, that's why I need that communication tool. Oh, she got some more Oh! Getting tittered. She tracked down some more film. Regardless of the level of preparedness Mrs. Aaron had to listen to the thing back as a ghost, she ought to give me some serious proof that it wasn't a fake. As much as it had worked, we get the pictures to be. Yes, it had worked. Not like we had anything better. Mrs. Aaron said she had a few ideas on how to best present them once the moment arose and leave the details to her. She seemed adamant about leaving her, because she probably knows exactly what needs to be done, since she's been with him the whole time. We just need to do the photos after the next time we meet, and she handed the film over to us. Backing down the back of my head, damn. Suggested that we should attend to dinner tomorrow to get the film from her and hash out the final aspects of attempt number 2. Give it another try for her. Oh boy, it's smooching time. Fine. Okay, Fang. The final game plan we'd settle on is that we'd go with Mom for lunch, she'd hand over the film, then we'd do some prep work, take the picture for the next day or two. Damn, man, you got a fucking movie studio going on? I kind of like this, right? I like that we're setting up a stupid little idea. I'm just a big fan of dumb ideas. And I bought the camera to confirm the film was a real kind, that all actually still worked, and it wasn't quote some one-off Chinese artifact shop mystic bullshit. See, this is the shit. This is why we have Anon on the team. He's smart enough to know that shit can happen. He's genre savvy. Genre savvy, as we call it. Not genre savvy. Once I was in a position where my mom's shoulder snapped. Oh. I mean, the thing about being touched by a ghost is you don't see it coming, so, and you can't feel the heat or anything or hear him, so it's like, ugh. We're going to have another real dinner with him on Saturday. This time I'll be playing for keeps. If it didn't work, we'd never get a second chance with him. I think you already were never going to have a second chance with him, so admittedly, you're par for par. Raptor Jesus, I didn't believe it was actually happening. I mean, what if that has nothing to do with me? We just had that thought with Anno, you don't have to repeat it, but I guess it's important to make sure that we know that Fang also shares that sentimentality, that sentiment. Happy thoughts, Fang, it's gonna be fine. You can prepare your face for Anon. Biddle was a growing bundle of nerves because he has to get a job soon. The man's not in a great place. Biddle wasn't happy about a lot of things. Her dad lashed out, not just at him, but at me, and I could tell I fell apart in front of him, just like that time on the roof. Shit sucked. It was wearing on him. Yeah, he just needs you to go away, really. I feel like the big thing is that Anna needs some time alone, because at some point, sure, it's Fang, but like, we're not married, Fang. I didn't promise myself to this. Ever since the meltdown that night, he clearly putting extra work. Yeah, because you were really out of it. Also, you have to deal with like nights of not anything happening. I mean, now you can probably just look outside and watch some criminals. You don't have to worry about too much. His wit and sarcasm were slowly but steadily making a return. Aw, great. We get our sassy old Anon back. I think another thing that really makes this work a lot better than Bad Apple is Bad Apple has like so many things happen on the same day. In one day, Anon goes out and gets some... God damn, man. Bad Apple is just refusing to let time pass. Which admittedly is the thing a lot of fics do. Let's not pretend that Bad Apple's the only intruder. I'm baffled that Arlok's like, hey, let's have this shit breathe a little. Well, was where it happened. But still, need to be better than that. Look at how long I've been here, and I want a chance to have to reconnect with people. Let's see. Gotta make the most of it. How is hell better than fuck? What's going on in your brain there, buddy? A miracle that mom came around. It really is. Even now, it felt like a dream, given that she should have hated me as much as Dad did. But I guess people handle grief in different ways. Certainly didn't handle my own well. I don't think Anna was particularly good at it either. Maybe we were too young to be expected to, though, in Anna's case. He said to go off the deep end is really stupid. Kill a bunch of people. I feel like one thing that a lot of these fics kind of get wrong. A lot of them, they take this whole idea of fighting your own battles and support, and they really forget that Anons and Fang are kids, right? Like, physical maturity and emotional maturity don't happen until you're like 26, 25. Like, Anon's a fucking kid. He has not been raised right. He is not as mature at age 18 as he should be, no matter how he slices cake. All I'm saying is that a lot of people forget that Anon, he ain't there yet. He ain't there yet. Stop pretending he is. But we have to make things better for me, like Father Anthony said, the one of us who's working on things is me. I mean, I'm the one who fucked up, you know? Wish it really messed up. I finally gave myself when I saw my bedroom that night in the front row seats to how much Dad loathed me for what I did. Yep, that's always the one. I had to change. There's no denying it. I was a monster. But for everyone's sake, at least the people who hadn't already put in the ground, I had to be better than Fang. Not that I had a clue what that meant. Just only talked to Anon directly. But at least interacting with him was getting easier. Sometimes it felt like messing with him took almost no energy at all. But for other objects, or I wanted to touch her mom, was still a huge effort. It's probably because Anon seems to be the stronger connection here. A little interaction with something other than will be drained fairly quickly. Like me and nap tired, but we already talked about how you feel about this stuff. I mean, I guess we're repeating this so that we understand the stakes, because it is a bit sidelined, and like normally in a story you should trust your reader to know what they're doing. But I guess with fan fictions, because there is such a large time between publications, you know, it's fine. I'm not gonna complain too much. Besides, you're keeping it snappy. You're not like over-explaining. Just like, yeah, this is how it works. Just remember, keep that in mind, reader. Yeah, I guess the real problem is you don't have a goal. At least not a goal that lives up to the requirements of smart planning. Now, you might sit there and go, Safi, what's smart planning? The SMART method. Let's bring this shit up. SMART is specific, it's a specific goal, measurable, you know when you're done. Achievable, it's not impossible, and thus it is something you can try for. Irrelevant, it's actually going to do what it should do. And finally, it's time-based, in that you can't just procrastinate forever. It's a good way to plan your things. But yeah, without God telling you what to do, it's hard to be specific or relevant. Hate him for so long. I mean, to be fair, you've probably been in his hair for like a year, which, considering you're like 18, could easily be like a tenth of the time you can remember. I'm not saying that people, probably around age 3, 4 is when you really start forming memories of sorts, but you forget stuff over time. And it's like those younger years are hazier than the new year. And so, there's an 18-year-old, that's easily, like, if you've been at him for a year, that's like 10% of your life you've hated this man, which is a lot. For a 30-year-old person, that'd take like 2 years. Maybe 3. Also, by that point, you have way more, like, time gets weirdly protracted in that sense, you know. Kind of deserved the way he acted towards me. You know what's really weird? It's only been like 2 weeks. Right? It's only been like 2 weeks since that whole vacation shit's been over. But god damn, it's still just ringing in my ears. God damn. It's been a month ago. A month plus, a month and 2 weeks or something, since I went to Austria. And my god, it's still... It's like a scar, man. That travel was ass. But I still remember it all so vividly and so beautifully. It was just a really nice time with Mom. It was such a lovely hotel, too. It was so quiet. Nice and dark. Always had time to watch Pointless and Richard House of Games. Got to watch the whole week, except Monday, I think. It's very cozy. It was cozy and nice. And then all that shit happened. Oh my god, I'm so tired. God. I need help. I need a doctor. Even Naomi. Fang, I don't think... Listen, right? I don't think God gives a shit about the words you use. I don't think God's gonna keep you a ghost because you're swearing too much. Okay, hold it together. Start crying awake Anon needs the rest for family dinner. Oh, that's a weird concern. I have a mouth, but I can't scream. Man, I keep crying, but my tears just fall to the core of the earth. Bizarre and gross, the thing was too far off. Man, I can't believe I want to date my dad. That's why it's gross. I don't know why you're saying this. Keeping your emotions inside is bad. I feel like you should be careful with overcompensating for this, because right now a lot of Western culture is over-idealizing the idea of being stoic, but it's conflating being stoic because you want to be and because you have the strength to be that with shunting your emotions in an unhealthy way. I'm just saying, there's a difference between knowing what you're doing and doing it because you're drowning yourself. But that's why you play music, right? To let it out. A little long sigh, even though I could get tired. We need to pick up the pace here a little, man. We're not even halfway, and I'm almost halfway out of time. Yeah, but that's like the trick, right? You never learn this stuff when you need it, because otherwise you wouldn't have done it. Man, could you buy this man some clothes? Man, that battery's gonna be empty if you just keep watching shit. I was gonna be here forever, but some part of me kept disappearing. I didn't know why. Well, it's just clothing so far. If your arms start disappearing, you should get really worried. I like how she says Anon's ignoring it, but Anon isn't. He's really, it really is tried. What's this? Why's my phone going buzz buzz? It's a weekend. No one should be telling me anything. Oh, it's Duolingo. Fuck off. Oh, I think that's because the teammate chest thing isn't working out. God, I'm gonna have to do so much Duolingo to make that work. because they ain't doing it. They ain't fucking putting in the work. I gotta put in the work. They're going straight to hell. Heaven is for people like, I think you might go to limbo. You might get that purgatory purging. Then they'll be alone. Maybe they'd be worse. Hey, that's a positive thought. Maybe you are a positive influence in these people. Of course you remain. Would they actually be worse off without me? I feel like I'd be quieter. I wouldn't know what to do. You've kind of been the reason and direction. You've kind of given him a purpose. So in a funny way, you've actually helped Enel a lot by just being there. Which is funny, because it's kind of literally the thing a lot of people misinterpret. You don't remember them or never knew them? Because I feel like they were always strangers to you. Aww. Broward fur and the mouth will turn downward. Because of some less savory part. Oh no, he's having wet dreams, but like the bad kind. It's like, no, I don't give consent to you taking pictures of my games. My legendary run is not for the newspapers. What a nerd. Just having fun. Man, that's one way to like clear your head. Just think about stuff for hours.